There's one. There's a big one. There's a big one. Oh my gosh. Out in the dang middle. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Gosh. Well, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the 200 Pond series. My name is Tyler. I'm the host on this channel, and my goal is to fish, as the name implies, 200 different ponds for bass. Now, for today's pond, we are at a place that I've heard has some good fish, but I've never actually been here before, and that is a neighborhood pond here in northern Iowa. Are the bass gonna bite? I have no earthly clue. Are they gonna be big ones or small ones? I really don't know. But the one thing I do know is the weather is much nicer here than it was in Texas when I left yesterday. Now, before we get down to the pond, I wanna thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is the Bass Forecast mobile app. And Bass Forecast is built around a weather algorithm just specifically made for bass, not for trout, not for saltwater fish, just for smallmouth, largemouth, and spots. And what it does is uses past, current, and future weather data to help you understand how the fish should be behaving in the season they're in on your body of water, pond or large lake. And all you've got to do is put your location into the app. It'll spit out a bass forecast rating from 1 to 10 as to how active the fish should be on your body of water. It'll tell you what season the bass are in their life cycle. It'll tell you what the water temperature is doing, what lures and techniques to throw with no cover, weeds, wood, and rock. And if you like my videos, I actually had input in what lures go on here, and so you can trust them. Best presentation speed and top producing locations. And with the pro membership of Bass Forecast, you get a Tackle Warehouse gift card, an Omnia gift card, and a whole bunch of big time discounts in the fishing industry. It actually pays you for the first year to download Bass Forecast. And I'm actually a co-owner of the company, so I have a stake in how well this thing does. I would really appreciate it if y'all would go down below. It'll be linked to the top of the comment section and in the video description. Go ahead and download it, maybe the free version just to check it out, but I really think you're gonna enjoy it. It'll help you catch more fish. Now, enough talking. Let's get our rods, reels, and our Evolution tackle bag down to the pond here in northern Iowa for pond 122. So as I walk down to pond 122, gonna take a lay of the land first. It looks like it has aquatic vegetation, not exactly sure which type, just kind of the natural snotty, honestly not my favorite looking kind, but I do see a, oh no way. Oh, they're on beds. Oh, they are on beds. About a 1.5 pounder was sitting there, about a 2 pounder sitting there, and there's a hole right here. Anything in it? Oh, there's a bass on it. There's a bass in there. No way, my first pond in Iowa, I catch a giant. Oh my gosh, first cast. How'd I lose him? That bass hit it so fast, I thought he was actually swimming off the bed. That was insane. I'm gonna flip it in there and wait for him to come back. Gosh. All right, so fish conditions. These fish are not very smart, but obviously I've hit this pond at the right time here in this part of the country where the bass are on beds, possibly some post spawners. I would have to guess there's a few because the full moon was a few days ago. But I don't see that bass coming back, so that might have been one attempter. And if you botch your attempt, you don't get another. I mean, y'all could tell from the drone shot before I ever walked up, this pond is clear. And that little cleared off white spot right here was a bass on a bed, but I think they're all kind of skittish. So either they haven't had the females pull up yet, or they are fully post-spawn and they are guarding fry, which also makes them kind of tough to catch. So I think our first cast at any fish I see on a bed today, or just any fish I see cruising, is gonna be crucial. Gotta make sure I'm in prime position to set the hook, because these fish don't seem very intelligent. Matter of fact, is that one? No. Bluegill bed. And that brings me to some more of the conditions today. Sorry, I got sidetracked by a bass. It's the spawn here in Iowa, so the water temperature should be in like the 60s to maybe lower 70s, but you know what, if I go down and feel it. Oh yeah, that's high 60s. Definitely a little warmer than I thought it was gonna be. I don't foresee the wind really being much of an issue today, especially because the pond is not all that large at all. And so besides my prototype jig that I've been testing out, I've got a big swim bait rod. Might put a glide bait on this again because the water is so clear. And I've already seen a few bluegill right here. Matter of fact, I should probably get a bluegill glide bait. But the rod that I'm probably gonna end up catching most of my fish on is a Nico rig rod, this here being the Mach stick on my signature series. Oop. And there's a bass coming back. Is that his bed? No, I don't think so. He didn't stay. Let me get a cast into this corner. We've got some cattails, but I don't think the fish are really going to be using those. It looks like the grass has already kind of grown all the way up to it. So there's no edge or open depth next to those, at least that I can see. I think the grass edge the fish are going to be using is going to be the one you see on the drone shot right here. Seeing how cruisy these fish are makes me feel like, never mind. I was going to say the Nico's not the way to go, but I felt the thump and the fish was running away with it. Come on, baby. Get in here. Get in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Lost my weight and my worm, but hey, got ourselves our first Iowa fish. I'd say almost a 2-pounder. The locals asked if that was a bass. That is, I mean, just a chunky northern strain. Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend. Let's go. Just saw that fish cruising out there off the edge and made the cast ahead of him. And whether he was on a bed or not, I don't know. But what I do know is he stole my worm. I'm gonna nab myself a brand new watermelon red flake Mach stick, my favorite pond wacky Nico worm. And if I have a Nico weight that's light enough, I'll put it in. It feels too heavy. I think I'm just gonna stick with wacky weightless. A weightless worm is better anyways for cruising fish than a weighted one, at least in my opinion, with how shallow this pond is. Now I'm also tempted to grab myself a glide bait, one of my 2 smaller ones here out of the PVC section here on the Evolution largemouth bag. That was actually my idea here on this bag. And you can use code TRF2025 to save 20% in your entire Evolution tackle order. Let me grab my swim bait rod here. And man, even though we have more bluegill in here than probably shad, I just really like the sink rate of this bait right here and how twitchy it is, and I want to save this for future trips here in Minnesota. So if I get follows on this and no eats, I'm going to switch, but I think I can get them on a little chop glide. Because oftentimes swim bait fishing is not necessarily about the realism of the bait, because it's obvious a pink lemonade looking glide bait catches giants. Oftentimes fish will eat out of intrigue more than hunger. Ooh, and that bedfish is back over there. Back away and cast. There's one cruising. He's a dark boy. Goodness. And he wants nothing to do with it. Is that even a bass? Looks like a bowfin or something. Got him. I got him. I got him. Oh my gosh, it is a bass. It was a bass. Oh, man, these fish are cruising machines today. Yes, let's go. A little bit smaller than the first one, but I think what happened here is this bass didn't really have much interest until the bluegill in the area shot over to my wacky worm to check it out. And he was like, well, if you guys are gonna eat it, I gotta eat it. Another beautiful fish, man. I can't wait to hook hopefully into a stinking 5-pounder with that kind of northern genetics. Man, I haven't even like left this spot yet and I've caught 2. Unreal. I love the north. Oh my gosh, I had another one. I had a big one. Come look at it. I've got him. I've got him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get in here. Get in here. Holy cow. This is crazy. Wow. Gosh, I never want to go home to Texas. Unreal. And this guy was a little bit longer, but I think this one's post-spawn. Look how beat up his top fin is. Looks like snapping turtle took a bite out of that. But my goodness, y'all, the wacky worm getting it done. And I really think that this exact one right here for ponds like this, clear water, relatively shallow, is the way to go. And I think I see another one. Dude, these fish cannot stand it. No way. No way. Holy cow. The biggest one yet, biggest one yet, biggest one yet. Oh my gosh, dude. This is crazy. That's the exact one I just saw. That's the exact one I just saw. Get up in here. Whoa. 2.5-pound chunkster. The VMC Redline, weedless wacky, size 2 to the roof of the mouth. Dude, I don't know if I just stumbled across like the absolute mega pond or if this is just like the best stretch on this entire pond, but that's a gorgeous, I mean, that's pushing 3 pounds right there. Wow. And I truly don't think I've caught a fish more than once. That's just how many fish are cruising this edge. Goodness. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I do not need a nail weight today. Whoa, that looks like a dang 4-pounder, dude. Gosh. A bluegill came after it. How about you, big mama? Would you like to eat? I mean, like, I want to catch them on a glide, but I feel like I don't even have to. Just fan cast this thing out there. There's one. There's a big one. There's a big one. Oh my gosh. Out in the dang middle. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Gosh. Oh. This is like the pond lure for this kind of conditions right here. Get in here, baby. I'm having so much trouble grabbing a fish today. But good thing this hook gets some roof of the mouth every time. Y'all, this may be the best pond I have fished in the entire 200 pond series. And it's up here in Iowa. Crazy. How many bass are in this tiny place? Now, as always, the exact tackle I'm using is linked down in the video description. Those are affiliate links, which means you click that link, it tracks your entire purchase to my account and helps me continue to make a living. So if you want to check out the exact spinning combo I have, the braided line, fluorocarbon leader, and of course, the most important aspect of this whole thing, my hook and my wacky worm, I'll have all that stuff linked down below with the exact colors and sizes that y'all need. Now, do I happen to be fishing the wacky worm on a pond that is absolutely loaded? Yes, today I am, but I've caught fish on this thing in pressured ponds, non-pressured ponds, north, south, Florida, all the way to Hawaii. That's how much confidence I have in the wacky worm, especially when you got really clear water. As soon as the bluegill start to bed, I will throw a caffeine shad a lot more than I will the wacky, but man, for this pre-spawn, early time cruising period, and again, this video really only applies to you guys who live up north, because in the south we had this period about 2 months ago. But good gosh, if they're cruising, it works. And wow, y'all, I'm 5 minutes without a bite. It's almost like, for whatever reason, I'm seeing more fish in the calm section, which I guess makes sense for the spawn time of year. Usually wind is your friend, and wind pushes kind of the whole ecosystem to the windy side. But I don't know if the bass are in that kind of mood right now. Oh, this bass stands zero chance. He's got about 4 bluegill trying to invade his area. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. You know what? I'm gonna catch this guy on my prototype jig. Why? Because I can. That was about the softest flip I could possibly do, and it still spooked him. If he don't bite that quickly, I don't want him, because I've got one over here that will. Oh, I'm catching him this cast, baby. He stands no chance this cast. Oh, he sucked it in and spit it out. Here we go. Got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get in here. Get in here. Gosh, they're all so chunky and nice. Come on. Goodness gracious. That one's bigger than I thought. Wow. Red line hook, corner of the mouth. Just look at that beautiful northern strain, almost 3-pounder. Yeah. That girl took a little longer, but the wacky rig Mach stick got it done. If you're wondering how I'm seeing all these fish, polarized sunglasses are a must for me during the springtime, really all year round, but especially when you're trying to see in clear water. I use the Amphibia Lotus frames, and they actually have brand new gold mirror lenses that just came out. And let me tell you, they look sick. And code TRF, I believe it is, saves you 20% on your order, 25%, whatever. I'll have it down on the screen. But they are a sunglass brand that I believe in, and I've worn for a long, long time here on the channel. Dude, these fish want nothing to do with the wacky now. Let's see if the glide can trigger them into eating. Glide baits are one thing that I haven't thrown in nearly enough of these pond episodes. And I definitely feel like I could catch a few absolute giants. If just, you know, a few casts a day, I tried out a glide. There's still like 2 4-pounders that are chilling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in this little section here. I'd love to figure out how to get one of those to bite, because it wasn't glide, it wasn't wacky. Yeah, I just twitched this right in front of one of the 4-pounders, and he wanted nothing to do with it. So I should probably get the bluegill one. I just wanted to save that for a cool lake in Minnesota where I'm headed, but heck, this is cool enough. Oh, the big one looked at my wacky. He looked at it. Especially with big ones that are cruising, you have to just let it sit there. There's one. There's one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take you this way. Take you this way. You have to make them feel like they found it on their own. Gosh, nice one. Dang it, there's a bigger one with him. Oh, man. Get in here, you chunk. Get in here. Yes, sir. Goodness, what a chunky northern strain bass. Gosh. And I did exactly what I was about to teach before I got the bite, and that is making the fish feel like he found it on his own. Trying to cast right over his head as he's swimming oftentimes spooks him, so just leaving it there and hoping he eventually swims by and finds it. It worked. I gotta get an Instagram story, baby. All right, thank you, big girl. Got one. There we go. One of the new ones that moved in. Get in here. Yes, sir. You're the smallest one of the day. You, my friend, get the scoop. I don't care what size scoop he is. Look over where the hook got him. Just top of the mouth every time. Gracias, friendo. And I think I'm going on like 5 fish on the same worm. Not even using an O-ring. Well, what a start to this pond, y'all. Only halfway done with it. We've caught this many fish. Goodness. And I don't think it's that the fish population in this pond is really all that high. I think it's just that every fish in here is in the same mood. They're all pre-spawn to spawning. And man, once you get dialed on a certain type of bite in a pond, it can be lights out. I'm back in the calm corner. Gonna make some fan casts out into the middle with the wacky worm. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Another one in the dang calm corner. Get in here. And he got buried in the grass. We'll keep you buried. When you do that, it covers up their eyes and they don't jump as much. Oh, gotcha. Let's go, baby. That is crazy. I made a cast all the way out in the middle, nothing, 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 until I got right to the edge. 2-pounder. Sick. All right, well, you're not gonna hear me complain about catching bass, but I do wanna see if the bluegill glide can get more active followers. I feel like it will, seeing what these bass are actively chasing away from their nests. I will have this exact glide bait linked in the video description, but good luck getting one. When they drop on Tackle Warehouse, they go very fast. You know what, I'm gonna go try this fish right now, because who knows how long she'll be active and aggressive for. Oh, that glide looks so good. No wonder these things are $60. Oh, showed immediate interest until I got stuck in the grass. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh my gosh, got her, I got her. I got the giant on a swim bait, on a swim bait. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Holy cow, holy cow. Came and chased after it. Gosh, what a big one, what a big one. Get your face in here, get your face in here. Gosh. Come on, baby. Yes! And all it took was changing to the bluegill glide bait, because I saw this bass was aggressively chasing down bluegills, and we got her. That's like a 4, I mean, maybe 4.5. My scale's all the way back here. I hope y'all could see that. I don't have a polarizer on this GoPro. I probably should for clear water like this. Let's go ahead and use our pliers to get the treble hook out. Thank you, G-Flag 150. Oh, big old northern strain chunk. All right, I might have big-eyed her a little bit, but you know, they are heavy. Oh, no way. 4.41, yes! Almost a 4.5 pound, beautiful northern strain bass. What a chunker. Let's release her right back where we caught her. But man, how cool was that? See a big girl. Gosh. That's one thing clear water allows, is for you to see how the fish react to your bait, especially if they're shallow. And I just knew that switching to a bait like this, that looks exactly like what this fish hates in its area, was gonna get it to bite. Let's go. Man, if that doesn't get you going, you must hate bass fishing. Goodness. And I think that fish is my Iowa PB, so I'll take it. It's funny, down south all spring so far, I have big-eyed all of my fish. So if I say they're 4 pounds, they're 3.2. But it's gonna serve me well up here where their cells have more water in them. And once again, I would not have caught that fish without my sunglasses, being able to see exactly how she was reacting to stuff in the water, and of course watching her get closer and closer and eventually eating my swim bait. So if you're not a big polarized sunglasses fan, yeah, what's wrong with you? You can get a heck of discount using my code and be able to see more fish in the water. What? Come on now. And there are some baits that are just worth the money. And this one right here, I'm not sponsored to say it, but it's worth the money. Okay, I think we have, and then put fished out in the video. This whole bank right here, could I squeeze a few more off the edge on the wacky? Possibly, but man, we could be missing even more 4-pounders on that bank. So let's get everything packed up here, leave no trace. And I just love this bag. It has everything in it that I need and nothing I don't. And let's move to the other side. Looks like these cattails actually do have a little bit of depth to them, so it's possible bass is spawning in them things. Oh, I had one. He ate it on the way up. How rude. Okay, got him again. Thank you, my friend. Half scoop. Yeah, it's a half scoop. Thank you, little friend. And I kind of feel like you got a little bit torn there, so I'm gonna re-rig it. And you might be asking, Tyler, why are you not using O-rings? And the answer is, I think I left my O-ring little tool thing in my kayak, or the VMC crossover thing. I left it in my kayak, which is not here with me. So I'm gonna have to go to the tackle shop. I'm sure they sell them at Cabela's, which of course is not my preferred place to buy tackle. It's Tackle Warehouse, but up here in the north, they got a few Cabela's. Now, one downside to this side of the pond as compared to that one is that the sun is now in my eyes, which is not as helpful for seeing in the water. You kind of got a glare on this side here. I think I'm gonna make one pass slowly with the swim bait down this bank and come back, get my wacky rig and make one pass with the wacky. I'll tell you what, the sun glare mixed with the wind is making it almost impossible to see what's down this bank. Like, I see the grass edge, but I can't see fish outside the edge like I can on the other side. Ooh, all the bluegill beds are on this side though. This whole little circle is about 75 bluegill beds, which should mean the bass are somewhere around. Oh man, I can't lie, I'm shocked that nowhere down this bank did I actually catch one. I got 2 bites right there and that's it. The side of the pond does look different though. Something about it doesn't look as juicy. Yeah, there's like no harsh edge. Right here there is, but along that whole side, just kind of the grass slopes off. All right, let's go back to the wacky. I'm actually going to Nico it because the wind makes that a little harder. Let's go ahead and put the nail weight in there and switch out my GoPro battery and get ourselves a few more bass. There we go. There we go. I was gonna say, what a weird pond that all the bass are on one side and not the other. So I'm glad I got a dang bite. I do think that side there, for whatever reason, is better, but I'm glad we finally got one. I pitched to a little white spot, a little cleared off area that I couldn't see a fish on, again, because of the wind, but my glasses did help me at least see that it was a spot. I've got a fish. There we go. My line was running away from me. No need, oh no! Sorry, buddy. I just can't believe with all the bluegill that are literally right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24 bluegill on beds right here. Can y'all see that? Hello? How are there not bass ambushing them off to the side? The bass must also be too busy spawning. Ooh, to take advantage of it. That one was not, though. Get in here. Get in here. Little bluegill eater off to the side. God, you have been eating bluegill. Look how thick she is. Chunkosaurus. Thank you, little mama, for eating the wacky Nico. I mean, yeah, absolute thick little belly right there. She's been eating. But still, even with just 2 down this bank, I feel like that side was the better side. So I'm glad, for y'all's sake and mine, that I started there. Let's make one last bomb cast into the middle. Not expecting to catch one here, but kind of wanted a maintenance cast to clear my line out. Well, my goodness, folks, what a dang fun episode of 200 Ponds. My first one in Iowa in a few years, and man, I was not disappointed. To catch as many fish as I did and the size and quality I did, and also one of them on a dang swim bait, that's fun. Big thanks to Bass Forecast for sponsoring this video. I will leave the app down below, as well as all my tackle. And if you want to watch the last episode in the 200 Pond series, it'll be clickable up here in this corner. And if you want to watch my wacky rig masterclass talking about this exact worm, well, the worm's off, but the hook's there. The worm video will be up there in the corner. My name's Tyler. As always, it's a dang pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on TRF.